Let's stop pretending this is complicated. American taxpayers are sending billions overseas, while the Middle East stays locked in the same cycle of war, retaliation, and collapse over and over again. And every time it escalates, the same question gets buried under political spin. Why are we still paying for this? Not supporting allies, not maintaining stability, paying for it.
I'm exiled to the greener grass, searching for the uncertain haze.
Welcome back to Choms Talks. I'm Choms, and today we're calling this what it is from a conservative America First perspective, a foreign policy system that demands endless American money with zero guarantee of peace, stability, or even basic accountability in return. At some point, this stops being strategy. It starts looking like inertia. America First isn't just a slogan. It's about putting American lives, American blood, and American sovereignty first. No more. While the media clutches its pearls over Israeli officials speaking their minds, here's the raw truth. We should let Israel handle their own battles, because when push comes to shove, they don't truly care about Americans. Just look at the evidence. Israeli National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir reacted to the deaths of 4 IDF soldiers by saying, for every tear of an Israeli mother, 1,000 Lebanese mothers must weep. All of Lebanon must burn. Israel's Minister of Social Equality, May Golan, proudly declared back in 2024, I am personally proud of the ruins of Gaza, and that every baby, even 80 years from now, will tell grandchildren what the Jews did. And just on Saturday, June 20th, a prominent Israeli commentator, Ben Sabti, openly tweeted, maybe USA needs another Pearl Harbor or 9/11 to remember who is the enemy and who is the friend. These aren't isolated slips. They reveal a mindset. Israel will do whatever it takes for Israeli security. And if Americans need another catastrophic attack on our soil to quote unquote learn their lesson about Iran, so be it. That's not the talk of a true ally who values American lives. Here's the truth Washington avoids saying directly. The United States funds allies in the Middle East at a massive scale. We're talking military aid, defense systems, intelligence cooperations, and long-term security packages. But what do Americans actually get back? Constant regional escalation? Repeated cycles of conflict? No durable peace agreement that holds long-term, and no clear exit strategy for U.S. involvement. But here's what matters for Americans watching this video. Every controversial statement, every escalation, every retaliation, U.S. taxpayer funding is still part of the system supporting the broader framework. And people are done pretending that that doesn't matter. Let's cut through the noise. The U.S. is $30+ trillion in debt. We're drowning in domestic spending issues. And yet, year after year, Washington continues writing blank checks for foreign security commitments with no real performance requirement. So the conservative question is simple. Where's the accountability? Because right now, it looks like we funded the weapons, we funded the defense systems, we funded the alliances, and we still end up right back in the same conflicts. That's not strategy. That is drift. And here's the part nobody in DC wants to admit. An alliance is not control. The U.S. can fund, advise, and support, but it cannot fully control how allies conduct operations, how conflicts escalate on the ground, or how rhetoric from foreign political leaders shape outcomes. So what happens? America gets the bill, but not the decision-making authority. That's not leadership. That's exposure without control. We keep hearing about agreements, memorandums, frameworks, and diplomatic breakthroughs involving Iran and regional stability. But on the ground, conflicts continue in parallel. Ceasefires break or don't fully hold, and non-signatory actors keep fighting regardless of what was signed in Washington. So let's be honest, if a deal only applies to some of the players, it's not really a solution. It's paperwork layered over instability. And this is where the conservative position becomes unavoidable. America First does not mean endless foreign engagement with no accountability. It means asking, does this make America safer? Does this reduce long-term conflict? Does this justify the cost to the taxpayers? Because if the answer keeps coming back unclear or negative, then the policy itself is the problem, not the questions being asked about it. Nobody is saying the Middle East is simple. It isn't. But what is simple is this. American taxpayers should not be trapped in a permanent funding loop for conflicts that never resolve and never stabilize. Support without accountability is not strategy, it is dependency. And at some point, Washington has to answer for whether that dependency is actually serving the United States or just sustaining everyone else's wars on American credit. From a clear-eyed American First perspective, I say enough. Israel's fight against Hamas, Hezbollah, and Iran is their fight in their neighborhood. They face brutal enemies, no argument there. But we don't owe them endless blank checks, American troops, or letting their frustrations dictate our Iran policy. We should stop micromanaging their wars and stop letting their officials and commentators pressure us into more Middle East disasters. Secure our borders, put our military first, achieve our energy independence, focus on American strength and deterrence right here at home. Let Israel handle their own battles. They clearly don't lose sleep over American casualties when it suits their narrative. True sovereignty means Americans stop playing world policemen for nations that wouldn't hesitate to wish 9/11 scale tragedies on us just to make a point. America first. Always. No apologies. No more entanglement. If you like this episode, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, stay curious. I'm Choms, and this is Choms Talks. Bye.